wrong?
Brier retches violently as more bile spills from her lips into the bushes beneath her hunched form. She gasps for air afterwards, tears pricking the corners of her eyes. You continue to hold her hair and the hood of her cloak out of her face. Just take some deep breaths. That has to be the last of it. Surely.
Rex. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to gross you out. That was horrible. His screams and the smell. I can't get it out of my head. Why? Why would they do that? What's wrong with them?
Don't feel bad for him. He deserved everything that he got.
He was horrible, but is what happened to him worse than death?
I don't know. We don't know what we just watched. For now, you should just calm down.
Okay. Give me a minute to get this taste out of my mouth.
I don't blame her for reacting this way. Oh. You're here. How's Brier? She'll survive. Should have let her away. I shouldn't have let her stay to watch that. My first falling ceremony messed me up for a month. Why didn't you warn us? I didn't expect Captain Sila to do it so suddenly. Why did she do it? You mentioned it had something to do with a dead king? I'm surprised you haven't heard already. I figured that Nebula would have told you something. It's no surprise that she didn't. She has a habit of only sharing when she thinks the time is right. Anyway, yes. It has to do with the death of King Seraph. Around the time that the realm collapse Lila's been talking about began, our king caught a blade to the neck. He was assassinated? They call it regicide here in Aetheria. But yes, essentially. The kings of Aetheria are chosen by the goddess of winds, Ciel. It's their divine reign that commands the Valkyrie and maintains order. But now, without a chosen ruler, everything's fallen into chaos. Pirates overtook the skies because some believe that without a king, our laws are no longer enforceable. Premier Ciel has temporarily taken up the mantle of maintaining order, but he's no divine king. Civilians are still just as fearful as ever. That is why martial law has been implemented, and why captains like Sila do what they must to keep the peace. Oh, speaking of Captain Sila, she was looking for you after the falling ceremony. I think she's still in her office right now. Can it wait? Sure, if you want to test her patience further. Fine. I'll take care of Brier, if that's your concern. I'll make sure she gets a tent to rest in. Thank you. Now just to meet with the captain. That ceremony was disturbing. But was it justified? He was bad. Disgusting even. But Brier made a good point. Would it have been better to kill him? Or leave him to that fate? I don't think I've lived long enough yet to know which is worse. There you are, Captain. Sila sits at her desk, filling out paperwork by flickering candlelight. She appears unaffected by the evening ceremony. I believe I called for you half an hour ago. I was busy. You are probably the only one in this camp with the audacity to keep me waiting. Sit. You decide not to defy the captain of the Valkyrie any further. You take a seat across her desk. You handled yourself notably well. I've witnessed dozens of recruits break apart at their first falling ceremony, and yet you stared on and watched, almost as if you've seen worse. What's your point? Sila holds up a packet of papers on the upper right corner of her desk. This is Victoria's incident report. She had quite the story to tell about the day's events. Her foolishness and your possibly even more foolish actions in response. Those foolish actions got your Valkyrie and Sorceress back. Correct. And that is why. Sila sets down Tori's report and holds up the papers in front of her. The ink is still wet. In my own incident report to the Premier, I've officiated you into my squadron as an auxiliary support officer. What? You have proven to be invaluable to our cause, reincarnated hero or not. I don't care what you were in the past. In the present, you're an asset, and I've just officiated it. I'm a Valkyrie now? No. An auxiliary support officer is like a civilian being given honorary status. So I'm a substitute Valkyrie. If you must put it so crudely, yes. Regardless, I found your skill set to be useful in a particular assignment, an assignment many of my Valkyrie have failed at thus far. What is it? I would like to make you the official escort of the capital sorceress. You gave me a title so I could babysit Lila? Your success in recovering the mage from certain doom didn't go unnoticed. I struggle to think of a Valkyrie with the resourcefulness to pull off what you did. Clearly, you have an attachment to her. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been so insistent on her safety. That's not. Assigning Lila as your charge allows my Valkyrie to better secure the region. If you decline this position, we would be, once more, crippled. Fine. I don't decline. I'm glad we could reach an understanding. I've already informed my Valkyrie to add additional bedding to Lila's cabin. In addition to pursuing the Pale Raiders, you are to ensure no harm comes to the capital sorceress as she conducts her research. Premier Ciel would not be pleased should she fall. Do this, Dread, and you will likely achieve honors to rival those of your previous incarnation. Do not let me down. Dismissed. Guess I have to call you Captain now. Or maybe not. I'm just a substitute Valkyrie. At least this is part of what I wanted. Of course. Is there much more I can learn from these Valkyrie? Maybe there's something from that Premier Ciel. There's some kind of path here that I'm finding. Some journey. Do I walk it? I can think about that another day. For now, I should go visit my charge, figure out where she is. This is her workstation, but where's her tent? Is it back here behind the camp? Could be. It's a little bit lower. Oh. Purple carpet. And an angel to match.
Rex?
Hi.
What are you doing here? It's the middle of the night. Oh dear, this is happening much too fast. I gotta see Ciel give me the strength.
What?
Nothing! Can I ask what you're doing here? So late?
Sila sent me. Apparently, as your new babysitter, it's my duty to keep an eye on you. Evidently, even while you sleep.
Even while I sleep? I suppose that explains the extra bed, doesn't it? You seem irritated.
Sorry. I didn't ask for this, but it's clear I'm the most suited for this job, so here I am.
I see. Then I can assume you intended to reject my offer when I first made it, huh?
Yeah. But I've changed my mind. There could be strength in the bonds I forge. So that means I need to bond with you.
Bond? With me? Maybe, we could discuss it further in the morning? I'm sure you're tired after, well, everything.
I am.
Make yourself at home. I know it's not much, but I hope it's satisfactory at least.
This is one of the larger tents. I guess being the capital sorceress affords more luxuries. Proper bedding. It's adequate, I suppose. For now, I should just focus on resting. And then figure out the rest tomorrow.
Rex! Rex, come on, get up! Rise and shine!
You peel your eyes open, only for starry pupils to gaze back at you, uncomfortably close to your own. The Celestial is seated on your chest, smirking down at you with an excited gleam in her eyes. Nebula.
About time! Good morning! Now up and at 'em! We have to go!
Go where? When did you even get back?
Remember when I said I was gonna look into those hunters? Well, I may or may not have found something. Something you gotta come with me to see.
You can't just explain it?
Nope, no time. Come on, up!
Get off my ribs first! Well, I'm up. Let's go. Well, it's not even morning. How much time passed? Feels like it might have been hours, but it doesn't look like more than, well, an hour passed. Barely got any sleep then. Now it's the middle of the night, though. Is that Brier and Laya?
Squad assembled! Phase 1 completed. What time is it? I want to go back to bed. Today was way too stressful for this.
What are Laya and Brier doing here?
Brier's a member of the team now. She can handle the kind of trouble we get into, don't you think? Although, speaking of team members, couldn't find Lily anywhere in the camp. She alright?
She's fine. She was with the Idealists the last time I saw her.
You met the Idealists? You really did get busy while I was gone. And how are my favorite pirates doing? Did they miss me?
Not really.
Oh, man. Fine then. I didn't miss them either. Sorry to interrupt, but why am I here? I need your expertise, Lila. Plus, I figured this would catch your interest. Ready to hear why? We're gonna go ruin hunting!
Ruin hunting?
Oh! You want me to conduct my research on the rum collapse tonight? Sorta.
You'll see.
But we have to get there fast. Time's of the essence! Follow me, everyone!
Okay. What is she up to? Tori was completely right. She just never gives enough information when you need it. Whatever. Just be prepared for anything. Been walking for a while. Exactly are you bringing us to, Nebula? Some ruins? Brier yawns deeply, tears prickling the corners of her eyes.
Nebula, are we almost there yet? I feel like you've been walking all night.
It's gotta be around here somewhere. I could help you look if you told me what you're looking. Shh! Suddenly, Nebula grabs you by the scarf and pulls you behind some shrubbery. Shh! Lila and Brier also crouch at your side as Nebula aggressively puts a finger to your lips. She nods towards the clearing beyond the bushes. Your gaze follows, drifting over the clearing as a ray of moonlight shines through the leaves, illuminating a tall figure.
Is that a celestial? Another celestial? They're back in Etheria?
Calm down. It's not an invasion. They're just after me and Rex this time. That was one of them. Where are the other three?
That's the question, isn't it? When I was looking around earlier and trying to come up with a plan, I saw him, Oberon, lurking around some ruins. In the blink of an eye, he destroyed them. That was crazy! Just how strong are they?
The other three weren't with him? No. This has to be some new scheme by Titania or Signy to get the afterlights. I just don't understand it yet. I need more time to think. All I know right now is that if Oberon is doing some sort of mission independently of the others, then we might have a chance. A chance to kill him. I don't know if I'm strong enough yet. This time will be different, Rex. They're not the ones sneaking up on us. We're the ones sneaking up on them. We have the advantage. We just have to figure out why they're doing this. How destroying these ruins somehow leads to them getting to us. Nebula looks at Lila expectantly.
Hang on a second. You can't seriously expect me to have an answer, do you?
Apparently, that's why you're here.
How on earth would I know? I'm still reeling from the fact that I saw Celestial again.
Come on, Lila. You're a genius when it comes to magic no one else can comprehend. Isn't that how you got that gold eye? I never told you about that. You didn't have to. Us Celestials are powerful like that. Right. You're omniscient.
Well, regardless, what are you expecting from me? To figure out why some mysterious celestial hunters are destroying ancient ruins? These ruins date back to the age of the Archangels! If I understood how they worked, let alone why Celestials would be destroying them... Miss Lila, Aren't you a researcher? I don't see why there's any harm in looking.
I suppose there isn't. I haven't had many opportunities to explore any ruins in depth. My only worry is if that celestial giant reappears. If he does, we'll kill him. Nebula, nothing's changed since last time. We can't even hurt them. Yes, we can. It all comes down to your weapon, Rex. Nebula steps forward and pulls your sword from its sheath. Its violet blade glints under the light of the moon.
Is that a Zainite blade?
Zainite, the darkest gemstone in Etheria. This can hurt a Celestial. What? How? All beings in this world are made up of light and dark solar power, Rex. Celestials have a lot more light than they do darkness in their souls. However, that means they're more susceptible to darkness. Like the dark magic in this blade. If we can catch him off guard, we can win, Rex. Come on, this is our chance to thin their numbers. To survive. Okay. I trust you. Good. Then we don't have time to lose. Miss Lila, please help us find some more ruins. The way, Lila? Okay. I can do this. How abundant are these ruins? We travel between a couple of islands now, and...
Hey, over here!
Brier jogs over to a small clearing. She kneels and brushes some dirt off the ground, revealing the glowing sentry stone beneath the soil. Lila walks up behind Brier. The brick spacing, the glow of a self-sufficient energy supply. Good find, Brier. There have to be some ruins nearby.
You mean like those over there?
Nebula points towards a sheer cliffside. There's a tunnel bored into the mountain's surface, with a faint blue glow emanating from its depths. The doors of the tunnel are slightly ajar. It's unlocked.
That certainly makes our job easier, doesn't it?
It could mean that Oberon's already inside. The last set of ruins. He destroyed them with a single blow. Why would he enter these ones through the front door? That's what I hope to find out right before we destroy him.
You seem pretty okay with killing one of your own kind, Nebula.
Killing a Celestial isn't that big a deal. It's not like they're dead forever. They just turn into stardust until the Moon Queen reforges them. Of course, being reforged doesn't mean they always come back the same. If she even bothers to bring them back at all. But that's besides the point. If Oberon's in there, we should get inside before he destroys whatever he's looking for. Don't rush in either. He's still a Celestial, and he will kill us if we're not on guard. Stay vigilant, and hope we find him first. Just gotta kill a Celestial this time. How much harder can it be than that captain? I guess we'll find out. Think? So this is the interior of the ruins. It's that glowing brick Lila was talking about, and something moving down there. Must be one of those sentries. Okay. You'd think if Oberon were in here, he would have dealt with these himself. I guess that means we have to. Ugh! It's more than I thought. Ugh! This flying drone. In this cube? There. I think it's all of them in this room. Oh. That's interesting magic. I see something flying down this corridor. There we go. That resolves that. What about this one? Since that seemed to be a dead end. What's this strange monument over here?
Wow, this place is way bigger on the inside. Many of the ruins in Aetheria were once part of an ancient civilization of archangels. It's possible that these halls were a transportation hub of some kind.
You know, unfortunately, every way forward seems to be sealed.
Don't worry, we just have to find... Aha! There!
Laya jogs over to a rectangular console built into the wall. The dark, dim ridges in its structure imply that it is currently inactive. There's an empty capsule built into the face of the console.
What a remarkable find! It's an anima console!
Anima?
It's a self-sufficient energy source created by the archangels. A type of power that never runs out. A single charge can sustain itself for centuries. I've spent years researching anima and how it could be repurposed in Aetheria. The most interesting part about it is how it almost acts alive. As though the energy itself were living and breathing, incapable of understanding what we want and how we want to accomplish it. The runes carved in the base of these ruins are an example. They're instructions for anima to follow, just like that one time when...
So how can we open the door?
I was getting to that part. I should have a spare battery here somewhere.
Lila huffs as she removes a small object from her belt pouch. It looks reminiscent of a glass vial, only with a cerulean lightning-like energy crackling within. She places the vial into a slot in the console, then you watch as it bursts to life, the hum of energy heightening from its power. The door nearby begins to glow, before shifting open, dust falling to the floor.
Fascinating! It worked just like I hoped it would!
Looks like your research paid off.
Years of studying our kingdom's ancient history have all led up to this! This is so exciting!
Yeah, dork out on your own time. We've got to keep moving, remember? You're right. Let's go. That the way forward is open? That does it. There's more enemies on the other side. Let's see. Saw another one of those strange cubes around here. There! Alright. Another one of those drones. And it looks like there's more on the other side. Need to figure out how to cross. And this chasm that goes across the entire room. These ancient shelves. I wonder. Careful. It's a long way down. There. Magic. Wish I could wield it myself. Just have to make do with this blade.
Downside when it comes to anima? Keeps these creepy things running.
Something wrong, Brier?
Oh, sorry, I was just...
Brier clutches her staff tighter, her fingers curling around it anxiously.
Guess I was just thinking about my staff again, or my regalia.
What about it?
Well, all I can really do in a fight is shoot magic out of it, and that's... Well, it's great when there's one enemy, but I can't help but feel like I'm using it wrong.
Is there a right way to use it?
I don't know. Just feels like I'm missing something. You know, Brier, I've always noticed you hanging around the training grounds of the camp quite often. Always trying to improve. You've become very confident in your capabilities with that staff. When I first saw you, you struggled to swing a sword. But that staff seems at home in your hands. I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually, Brier. But don't overthink it now. That furrowed brow doesn't suit your cute expression. Alright. If you say so.
Now focus. That staff can still blast sentries to dust, right? Because we're not done yet.
Right. Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack us. I'm good to keep going.
Let's see what this drone over here. Here. Dealt with. There's another machine in here. What is this chamber?
Oh, wow. All of this ice stone. This isn't a transportation hub. It's a vault.
Really?
In ancient times, ice stone was used to preserve things of value. Ice stone can never melt naturally due to its magical nature, and items frozen inside remain in pristine condition for centuries. So these ruins could hold something precious? It's not impossible, but we need a Helio Angel to melt the ice.
Some of it's already melted. That means someone was here before us.
Maybe it's a coincidence? Or it's Oberon. Are Celestials able to melt ice stone? If the Moon Queen forged them with those abilities, it's not impossible. Especially after what happened 5 years ago.
If he did melt it, that means he's already here somewhere.
I bet he was sent to look for something here. To cut off our resources and ensure that we don't get whatever's hidden in these vaults. We should hurry.
We gotta find a way forward. Let's see. Not this way. Is there anything in this chamber? More melted ice stone. But outside of that, it's a dead end. There's another terminal here. Oh, and this isn't a wall. This is a door. Do you think you can open this, Lila? Alright. There we go. It did it. Looks like there's more sentries in here. Fortunate thing about this water. At least it helps me extinguish myself. Looks like there was more storage vaults here. Some kind of chamber beyond this door that's blasted open. And what lies in... You walk into a richly decorated atrium, with ancient carved pillars holding up the ceiling, and a fountain in the center of the room. A stone statue lies on its side in the murky fountain water. A tall, cloaked figure stands before the sealed door to the right. However, that's not Oberon. The rogue sentry, or as Rin called it, the golem, slowly turns back to face you all. Previously identified life forms detected. You again? Oberon was supposed to be here, not this thing! Title, Oberon, not recognized. Allegiance, Valkyrie. Assessment, life forms potentially hostile. We just want to talk. What are you doing here?
Objective, classified. Resuming previous directive. We don't have time for this thing! We need to focus on the Celestial Hunters! Nebula intercepts the Golem's path, causing it to pause. Wait! Nebula! Life forms re-engaging in hostile behavior. Threat assessment. Danger imminent. No, I promise we don't want to fight! Assailant number 4. Backup required. Before you can even react, the golem lunges for the fallen statue within the fountain. It reaches into its own chest and pulls a jagged crystal from it. A crystal you find eerily familiar.
Hey, wait a second! A chunk of crystal is slammed into the fallen statue, and you watch as its eyes are filled with a strange, unnerving glow. Oh no! What's wrong with it? It's like one of those sentries, but it's off. That crystal inside of it, is it empowering it somehow? Just like it did that one monster. It's just completely brought it to life, but in a different way than the anima in these ruins. Come on. We can knock this thing down, just reduce it to rubble. Surely it can't stay in one piece if we knock it down a few... Come on. Aim at it now. Break, you statue! There. The strange crystal shard flies out of the sentry's chest, clattering to the floor as the sentry crumbles to dust. Your gaze meets the opposing golem, and for a brief moment, you swore you saw what resembled a look of shock on its face. However, before you can react, the rogue sentry suddenly lunges across the chamber and grasps the crystal shard tightly in its stone fist.
Wait, don't go!
Despite Layla's call, the golem dashes out of the room. You take a step toward it, but Nebula stops you.
Don't chase after the mysterious golem, Rex. That's a bad idea.
Right.
Oh, it's the second time now I let it get away.
It seems intelligent. Almost lifelike. I wonder what it was doing with that shard. And if it had something to do with that plant monster outside of Azalea's grove.
Is that the vault over there?
You look up at the large vault doors, which are slightly ajar due to the scuffle. Beyond it is a single tall pedestal, with a crystal floating on top of it. What's that supposed to be? This obelisk of some sort? You approach the strange monument residing within the previously sealed vault. You feel Lila intake a sharp breath at your side.
Is that a trial of Ciel?
Huh? What's that?
A magic thingamajig!
Lila, help.
It's an ancient obelisk that acts as a test for any worshippers of Ciel. They're as old as Etheria itself, and incredibly hard to find. I've only ever seen one before, and it resides in the capital. This is intriguing. Trials normally serve as challenges to earn the goddess's favor, typically blessings of power, but they're almost always inert. There's a fair chance this is nothing more than an ancient relic now.
Power, huh? Well, doesn't hurt to try. Maybe this one will work.
But be careful, Rex! You don't know what to expect! He'll be fine. Little trials are gonna give someone like Rex any trouble. He's not your average angel, you know? Still, don't take too long, Rex. We have work to do.
Right. So, you can grant worshippers power, right? I'm lacking that power. If I want to take on these Celestials and the weird creatures born from those shards, or impress these Valkyrie, then I need that power. What? Whoa. What? Am I Standing on water? You find yourself floating freely in an endless nothingness. Water stretching out as far as the eye can see. Your feet hover just on its surface as you take careful steps. Waves whippling across the still surface as you stride toward the distant horizon. The sun carefully lowers in the sky. It was not sunset when you entered this realm, and yet you're graced by the sight all the same. The sunset. Gone. It's all gone.
What the?
Your head swivels to the side, and you realize you're not alone. At your side stands a girl you've never seen before, with pale hair and pale eyes. They stare emptily at the sun as it dips below the horizon. Is this really all that's left? Who are you? The girl continues to stare out, as if you aren't even there. You suddenly understand what it's like to be a ghost. You like the sunset, huh? So do I. First time I saw it, I realized the reason for living. The reason to push forward into tomorrow. It's because no matter how many times that sun sets, I know it always rises again the next day, and the next, and the next. And the measure of our lives is how many of those sunsets we get to witness. What's the point if there's none left to watch it with you? I don't know. The strange girl's head slowly lowers before she turns to you, her eyes piercing through your very spirit. What do you know of tragedy? My existence is a tragedy. I'm doomed to die and fade away forever. All I have is my life before my hour is up. Then let my pain be your strength. The girl's hands lift before her, and in them resides a floating, crystalline tear. You hold out your hand, and the girl offers her gift to you. The tear floats through the space between your palms, before resting firmly in yours. Within an instant, you feel your chest tighten. You don't realize you're crying until the warm tears drip from your chin to the water below your feet. What is this? To live is to die, and then be born anew. You watch as the realm begins to collapse, the water blackening like darkness, and the sky fracturing like shattered glass. The girl fades away, her pale figure breaking apart to drifting feathers of light. The surface beneath you gives way, and you plunge into the water. You clench the tear tight in your grasp, even as the weight drags you down until breath leaves your lungs and your vision goes black.
Rex? Rex, are you alright? Everyone move back, he needs space!
You sit up, did you fall to the ground? You can't recall. Instinctively, you reach up to rub your eyes of the sleep, but instead, you find a great deal of moisture. Tears finish running down your cheeks, drying as soon as you regain consciousness.
Rex? Are you crying?
I am. I'm just not sure why.
Interesting. I can't believe that trial activated. It's been years since an individual was able to arouse a response from one, let alone a non-angel. I wonder what allowed that to happen. What happened in there? Did you undergo a trial?
I think. But there wasn't much of a test. It was just another realm. The floor was made of water, and there was this room. You take a moment to fill Nebula, Lila, and Brier in on the scene you witnessed, and how it ended with you receiving a gemstone that has since disappeared from your palms.
You're saying that you witnessed a memory? And it awarded you with a tear?
Yeah, I think. But I don't see it anywhere.
So, you were awarded with a metaphysical object for doing nothing.
Well, not much of a reward if nothing changed.
Yes, that is curious. Maybe this was what Oberon was after? But it doesn't explain how that has anything to do with us or our afterlights.
We're missing something.
Clearly, but there's nothing left here to find. Doesn't seem like we'll find any answers here. Fine. Back to plan A. We're killing that Celestial. Should we leave then? It's clear he's not here.
Alright. Brier, let's... Your sentence gets caught in your throat. Brier is staring at the pedestal, with tears in her eyes. Brier?
Huh? Yes, Rex? What's wrong?
You're... crying.
I am?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know why. It just happened all of a sudden. Sorry, we should keep moving. I'm fine, I promise.
If you're sure. Let's go pick a fight. Are you ready, Nebula?
It's hunt or be hunted, Rex. And we're not prey.
Let's go. Still dark out. No sign of that Celestial anywhere.
No sign of him anywhere. Maybe he hasn't found this one yet? He could be lost. Or maybe we found some ruins that the Celestials aren't interested in destroying. We still don't know their exact motivations. Maybe it's in our best interest to return to the camp. Absolutely not.
Nebula's expression shifts into a state you're all too familiar with. The cold gaze of a Celestial soldier.
We didn't come this far to back down before the first blade is drawn. In war, you don't pass up on an opportunity to cripple the enemy. We may never get a chance like this again. This isn't a war, right? It's just some hunters.
Some hunters with the strength of an army. Nebula's right. If we don't find a way to fight them back, then we'll just be sitting around waiting for them to... Before you can react, a strong wind rushes through you. Something metal slams into your skull, and your body sent flying across the valley. celestial Goliath, known as Oberon, strides towards you, his massive sword swung over his shoulder. Although you can't see anything behind his helmet, you can sense a cold, focused gaze trained on you. Now you finally show up, huh? Alright then. If you already plan on killing me, you mind answering some questions? Won't get the chance to ask once I'm nothing but dust. What are you after in those ruins? Why are you destroying them? Where's your captain? Where are the other Celestials in your squadron? Not talking, huh? Fine then. I'll get my own answers when you're dead and out of my way. You barely get a chance to reply, for Oberon has lunged at you with his sword raised.
What? Why isn't he?
Stay back! I'm not gonna let you hurt my friend!
Brier, are you insane?
You think I'm scared of you? I don't care how powerful you are, you're not getting past me! Go on, attack me! I dare you!
However, suddenly, Oberon takes a step back. You watch in shock as the Celestial lowers his blade to his side. He considers Brier for a moment, and then simply walks away. What?
He didn't attack me? Forget it. Rex, are you okay?
I'm fine. But why did he walk away? He had us cornered.
Maybe you tired him out?
Celestials don't just tire out. They're ruthless.
Rex!
Nebula and Lila rush over. Nebula immediately skidding on her knees to sit before you.
Rex, are you okay? Are you hurt? Are you...
Again, I'm fine.
Oh, thank the stars. Okay, that's one weight off my chest. Now, why aren't you both dead? He spared us, I think. That doesn't make any sense. Why the hell would he spare you?
Forget it. We failed. All we can be thankful for is that we're still here. For some reason.
I wouldn't call it a complete failure. We found a trial of the goddess. We're one step closer to learning what the Hunter's plan is. This wasn't like last time, Rex. We didn't fail. We're still in one piece. And we still have time to figure out what they're going to do next.
Right.
Until then, maybe we should head back to camp. Captain Sila won't be too happy if she finds out that we snuck out on your first day guarding me. Let's go, everyone. We'll get him next time, Rex. Don't worry. We won't let them get the afterlights.
I'm not worried.
Sure you're not. With how furrowed your brows are, I must have mistaken your expression for jubilance.
Whatever.
I'm serious. I won't let you die.
Thanks, Nebula. Come on, let's get out of here.